Ryan Aber, the Oklahoman, and then go to Eric Bailey.
Yeah, Adrian, when you look at this West Virginia defensive line, like you just talked about, how strong they are up front, what are some of the biggest challenges facing that defense?
Nah, it's a well coached, great players up there in the front. So just the biggest thing is just attacking this week, knowing what we're about to go up against. They do a lot of movement, very good, working their hands and whatnot. So just being able to prepare for that throughout the week and just get ready for the challenge.
Appreciate it, Adrian.
Okay, Eric Bailey of the Tulsa World, and then Joe Bettner.
Adrian, your team controls its own destiny to win a sixth Big 12 championship. You can get to the title game with 2 wins. How important is it to avoid being the team that really sees that streak stopped? I mean, the 5 previous teams have won it. Just talk about the mentality going into these final 2 games.
The mentality is, just worrying about the game that we're about to play. Right now we focus on West Virginia. The following week we go focus on Baylor. Then, if everything goes to plan, we go be able to reach that goal. Of course, it's a goal that we've been thinking about. It would be, hard. Of course you want to, keep on the tradition that's been happening over the years. So, if we keep attacking the weeks like how we've been, we're going against a great, defensive scheme and a overall good West Virginia team. So we just keep preparing how we preparing. We go, it all should fall in place for us.
Adrian, thanks so much. Have a good week.
Appreciate you.
Okay, Joe Bettner, Norman Transcript, and then Jason Kersey.
Adrian, early in that game, on the big Ramondre Stevenson pass catch, I think it was the second play of the game. I'm curious how much pride you, and I think it was Marquise Hayes that really got downfield, how much pride you guys take in being able to get downfield in a hurry and, open up those kind of plays? And you feel like there's a lot of, a lot of skill set that you guys can utilize going forward against maybe some of the better defensive fronts?
No, we love doing that. We love getting down the field. It kind of make us feel like we almost like a running back or receiver, being able just to get out in open field and be able to make a block. Like you said, it shows our skill sets. It shows some of the things that we could provide on the field, just not blocking. It shows that we could get out there and we can run. So when we get that call, we always look forward to getting out there and being able to show our skill assets.
Thanks, Adrian.
Jason Kersey, The Athletic, and then John Hoover.
Yeah, Adrian, I think it's been pretty clear the last couple of weeks how much better your run game's been with Ramondre in the fold. So how has he made you guys better, do you think, as an offense and maybe even as an offensive line?
No, I mean, he's a great running back. Most of it, it comes down to, the 5 guys that's up there making the mentality to we got a great team, a great offense, got to be able to run the ball, and we pride ourselves on that. So it don't matter what running back's back there. Ramondre just coming back, it just made it, way more easier, just because of the skills that he has. He's a great running back, but we pride ourselves on who's ever back there. If it's Ramondre, TJ Pleasure, Seth, Major, anybody that's back there, we go to pride ourselves to, to run the ball. And, Mondre been doing a great job since he came back, and, that's just the player he is.
Thanks, Adrian.
Okay, John Hoover, SI Sooners, and then James Hale.
Hey, Adrian, follow-up for you on the West Virginia defense. They had to replace their defensive coordinator right before the season started. I'm sure that it's been kind of an uphill climb for them the whole way, yet there they sit atop the Big 12 defensive rankings. I wonder, from your perspective, being up front, what does that do for you as a blocker? What does that do maybe for the offensive line to know that right across from you is the Big 12's currently best defense? What is that? How does that drive you or motivate you?
I mean, it motivates us, it's a challenge, We love challenges. We love being able to go out there and be able to play against a good talent, and that's what we're going to get Saturday. We know we go into Morgantown. It's always a hard battle out there. And, just knowing that they have a good defensive front, it makes it even more fun. That's why we come here to big schools like this. This is why we play the game. We want to live up to those challenges. And, we just can't wait to, for Saturday to be able to accept that challenge.
Thank you, Adrian.
Okay, let's go to James Hale, KREF, and then Parker Thune.
Hey, Adrian, you guys were spectacular in the first and fourth quarter, kind of, average in the second and third by your own standards. How well do you feel like you guys are playing as a unit going into the final 2 games of the season?
I think we're playing pretty solid right now. You always could find something that you could do better. There's always something that we can improve on. Right now, I could say that we just, we're not worried about the outside noise. We're really just focusing on us, and not just the 5 that's on that, that starts. It's everyone in that group. Everyone plays a part of that O-line who's in that room. So, we really have been trying to, because the mentality's there. I know that's there. We just really just been trying to, look ourselves in the mirror and see what we could do to get better.
Thanks, man.
Okay, let's go to Parker Thune with SI Sooners, and then Lee Benson.
Adrian, wondering about Chris Murray. Obviously, he hasn't seen a ton of game snaps quite yet, but what have you seen from him, and how is he coming along alongside you in that offensive lineman?
He's a great player. He's going to be a great player. What I love about him is the passion that he has for the game. He really passionate when he comes on the field, even at practice. You know what I mean? So, I feel that it feels like he's been here for years. He picked up on the mentality quick. He knows the standard that we live up to at this school for offensive linemen, and he just accepted the challenge. And he coming here, he works every day, put his head down, he just go to work, and I love that about him. I love the passion that he brings to the game.
Thanks, Adrian.
Appreciate
you. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Go to Lee Benson and then Brandon Drum.
Hey, Adrian, excuse me, more on West Virginia's defense. Just curious, is there any value in playing Oklahoma State's defense just last week and then now playing against the West Virginia defense that also is very talented? Any value in playing them kind of back-to-back like this?
Yeah, there's a lot of value. That's 2 great defense that we're going against. We went against a great Oklahoma State defense last week. And now we're being able to carry on to West Virginia, another good challenge for us. It brings a lot of value. You know what I mean? They both kind of correlate similar things. So, both is not, it's like we seen, we go see things for West Virginia that we seen from Oklahoma State, so we just ready for the challenge.
Thank you.
Okay, 2 more. Let's go to Brandon Drum, OU Insider, and then Dean Blevins.
Adrian, can you talk about Anton Harrison and just his growth over this past, 3 or 4 weeks, what you've seen out of him since he started to play a lot more? And then have you been able to talk to him about night game at West Virginia and what all that entails since you were there, 2018, last time you guys were there, just kind of the atmosphere?
I wasn't able to talk to him about the, the atmosphere yet about Morgantown, but we kind of been, stressing it to the whole team that it's always a battle out there and it's always a fun game. But man, I'm real proud of Anton. I never seen somebody, that young be able to come into this program and, run the type of scheme that we're running and accept the challenge so early at a young age. You know what I mean? He's a great player. He's going to be a great player for the years going on. I just love the way that he comes in, he works. He always want to, get better and learn. He's not one of those guys that be like, you know what, I'm playing as a freshman, so, kind of get complacent. He's not one of those type of guys. He comes in, he asks questions every day, and he gets better. And I'm real proud of him.
Okay, last one, Dean Blevins.
Yeah, Adrian, you guys have done a good job with being disciplined with COVID for the most part. I understand some important players have been out some, and I just wondered from a discipline standpoint and an accountability standpoint, the coaches can say a lot about it, but do you guys talk amongst yourselves about the absolute importance of making sure that you finish this thing COVID-free?
No, we always talk about it. It's a time that we live in now. Nobody's used to this. It's all new to everybody. So, everyone that's on this team right now, we all committed that if we want to try to make this run of what we're trying to do, this is something that we got to be able to, handle. And we've been doing a great job. We're doing a great job. You rarely see anything with us with COVID. That's because we press it every day to, wear your mask. It's not usual, but that's something we got to do. That's the life we live in now. So if we want to be able to make this run, that's one of the biggest parts to be able to make it. Because if, numbers go up, we ain't gonna be able to do that. So, I feel like everybody's devoted to wearing that mask. So, we don't take ourselves out of the chance of being able to reach our goals.